Hello and welcome to CAN TV Conversations. I'm Kelly Milan, and today we are talking to a community organizer who sells his artwork to raise money for Stowe Elementary School students. Joining me is Nicolas Hernández from the Humboldt Park Solidarity Network. Thanks for being here with us, Nicolas. Can you tell me how you got involved with the Humboldt Park Solidarity Network?
Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for inviting me. I got involved back in March of 2020 when the pandemic has started hitting the United States. A few neighbors reached out to me, asked if I wanted to help out and join a Zoom video call. And yeah, that's how I kind of joined. I started just connecting with a lot of neighbors in Humboldt Park.
So Nicolas, why Humboldt Park? What makes Humboldt Park special to you?
Oh, well, I've lived here in Humboldt Park for the last 30 years. It's home to me. I've seen a lot of neighbors. Basically, they taught me a lot. I've grown with a lot of the neighbors. When I was a lot younger, like when I was 8, I guess, I met a lot of the folks here that were young adults who have now become parents. So I've invested a lot in the community because the community has invested a lot in me.
Yeah, and that's truly amazing. And switching topics, you've spoke about your traumatic experience back in 2005 when you got shot in the chest, almost puncturing your left lung. And what is it like being a victim of Chicago's gun violence amid the latest shootings involving children in the news?
Very difficult. Definitely a lot of trauma has come up recently for me. I definitely feel for the parents of the young gentleman, the young kid, really, Adam Toledo. To me, I always feel that we have to invest in kids because we can get them on the right path and make sure that they have opportunities versus coming to these scenarios where you have law enforcement, giving orders to a kid and then, well, we know the results. And we just have a kid that the city has failed. And very, it's kind of tough to talk about. Definitely can go into more detail, but yeah, it's very difficult times right now.
So what is your method of healing through your experience being a gun violence victim?
Definitely a lot of artwork. I definitely rely on my artwork a lot. As a Hispanic male, when I was growing up, I was always told, hey, you have to man up, you have to not show your feelings. I definitely didn't take the appropriate approach of reaching out for assistance, such as therapy, for years. And my PTSD had just built up, which I'm scared that a lot of that happens with a lot of youth and even adults here in Chicago. The lack of mental health clinics, therapy, definitely is something that the city should start investing in.
And you host art classes every Wednesday for Stowe Elementary School kids in Humboldt Park. How did you start that?
Well, when I started off with Humboldt Park Solidarity Network, I started reaching out to some of my other neighbors who I've spoken with in the past. There's a teacher, Tiffany, at Stowe School Elementary. She got involved with us to help during the summer to give out food. And since she's a teacher and she missed teaching her kids in the classroom, we found a way where there was enough space where I live on the first floor where we can keep the kids socially distanced, mask, hand sanitizer, and start inviting the students from her class to come over on Wednesdays to just try to do some artwork, get a break from just being at home. I can only imagine what it is to be a child right now under this pandemic where you can't be outside and get to make new friends.
That's wonderful. And you also donate your own money to give students art supplies. What made you want to give away your money and do this?
Investment in the future, investment in kids. I kind of always tell myself, well, if you invest in the 5-year-old now, 10, 20 years from now, they might be in a better path versus not having opportunities and bad things just occurring. Because I felt myself when I was younger, someone just giving me an art book, giving me art supplies so that I'm basically just staying at home. I'm just drawing, being creative. I feel that kids need that outlet, especially right now.
And what do you think Humboldt Park needs right now during this time?
Resources. Just like any other neighborhood in Chicago, there's a need for resources. During the pandemic, currently right now, through the Humboldt Park Solidarity Network, we are trying to, on a weekly basis, deliver 107 boxes of food and supplementals to families that we serve in the community. Definitely, I would higher paying jobs. I feel that $15 an hour is not enough. Especially in Cook County, probably only gets you about 32,000 before healthcare and taxes. Imagine if parents, families were making a lot more money. Once they're done with a 40-hour work week, they're at home teaching their kids, having the opportunity to connect with their kids, watching their kids, and also being able to provide to their kids what they require.
And do you wish you had these resources as a kid? Art, for example, as an outlet?
Oh, for sure. Definitely for sure. There's a lot of things that I can still remember as I'm growing up. Like my friends were by the park, were telling me, "Hey, Nick, come over and play." Not that much resources at home. So it's like, "Oh, hey, sorry guys, I'm recycling cans to help my mom with the bills." I remember one of my teachers found out about that, and they raised money. They basically got us like a Thanksgiving meal. And that's a reason why I always felt like, okay, I have a lot of empathy for teachers. They're there to try to help us out. They are our mentors, and they need a lot of resources, especially if we're entrusting them with the future. These are basically the folks that are teaching the kids to be better human beings moving forward.
And you are sort of like a teacher yourself now. Would you consider yourself a teacher with art?
Actually, yeah. At first, I didn't really want to admit it, but now that I've been able to connect a lot with a lot of friends, neighbors, on Sundays, I will invite my fellow Humboldt Park Solidarity Network volunteer friends to come over on Sunday and just paint, give them whatever techniques that I have, anything that I've learned in the past, I will pass along to them, just to see if, like on a Sunday, at least for 1 or 2 hours, just give someone a break from basically what we're going through right now.
And are there any art classes this summer that kids can sign up for, specifically Stowe Elementary students?
Oh, we are going to start building that up in the next month. We will start posting and promoting some of the classes that we are going to have during the summer. I'm currently just gonna wait on Tiffany. She really wants to be a part of it. She'll be coming back from spring break, and she definitely wants to get her students back in. I also want to give an opportunity to my friends in Humboldt Park, in the city as well, artists, just give them an opportunity to come by anytime and teach a class, give back to their community, give back to the kids in the neighborhood, and hopefully raise more money to try and donate more art supplies to the schools that need them.
That's great. And are there any other events coming up that the Humboldt Park Solidarity Network is hosting?
We are going to be giving out food at the park, at Humboldt Park, at Sacramento and Augusta on Sunday between 11 and 3 o'clock. We are going to try to engage the community, especially the families that we serve, a lot more. We are going to be asking them to see if they can come by, pick up the food, and those who are able to do so, maybe find a way to ask them, hey, on the way back home, we noticed that this neighbor is also in need. Would you be able to drop off some food on the way back home and see if they can connect with each other, kind of empower the neighbors in the neighborhood to let them know, look, one, you matter, you are able to help others as well, and maybe building that solidarity within neighbors, they can speak up for themselves and demand from government, local, federal, state, resources required to get through these tough times.
My thanks to Nicolas for giving back to his community and sharing his remarkable story. And thank you for watching CAN TV Conversations. I'm Kelly Milan. Have a good rest of your day.